We did about 4 to 5 art fairs a year, mostly in Europe, but this is one of the most dynamic ones. A lot of energy on the fair, a lot of positive contacts, good collectors, positive vibes.
This is one of the favourite art fairs that we do. I mean, because there seems to be real support from the town for the show, and a real sort of engagement by the Torontonians with the art. So it's a happy place to come.
It's a public that is much more interested in cutting edge, daring, new, fresh air.
For the Toronto International Art Fair, it was very important that we engage our community. So that means working outside the convention center walls. So we have a lot of on-site projects with our cultural institutions. It becomes a very inclusive program of exhibits, projects, artist installations, lectures, seminars, guided tours, all of that in addition to the commercial galleries.
It's a great place for dealers to look at art as it is for the public to look at art. I mean, it's a brilliant thing to have so many different galleries, so many different artists, so many different works all under one hat, as it were.
For me, it's the thrill of seeing someone wanting a piece of art and willing to put their money down. Yes, the money helps, but first and foremost, it's the excitement that somebody really wants to work. We care more about the fact that the client loves it and will enjoy the work and discuss it, as opposed to buying something that's going to look good over their sofa.
The art market has changed, and the way people buy art has changed to some extent. The pressure, the buy it now or you won't have it, or you're so lucky to be being offered this work, I think that's toned down a bit. And I think we're back to encouraging people to just buy what they really, really can't live without.
The definition of a masterpiece in art is something that makes your heart throb. You can feel it. It's something that you really have to want to live with.
I mean, we started 8 years ago in the Fresh Avant-Garde section, and it was a small affair. This was the beginning of my gallery career, and Art Toronto was the first art fair I did ever. We had a huge response and a lot of encouragement here. We personally improved from year to year, upgraded from year to year. Now being in the center, in the heart of the fair.
And the organization is very professional. They want the fair on a higher level, and you feel them, they're working. They're working, in fact, for the participants. And I think if you do the art fair, the number one thing, if you meet one good collector, then it's paid for itself, and that's certainly been the case for the gallery. So it's a vehicle to create more of a market for your artists that you're representing.
For the young people who don't have yet the means to go to Basel, to Miami, to Chicago, this is good because they have a very wide spectrum of practices that they can see within a couple of days, and it sharpens their judgment and they take chances.
I think a lot of the more serious collectors now do take a lot of time to research. They watch an artist, they work with a gallery for a while, they develop a relationship with the gallery so the gallery knows what to look for them.
As artists get more established or select key pieces within their oeuvres come about, we want them to be sold or acquired into collections where they'll be shown. So a public institution, for example, or a major collector, a significant collection that we consider a placement of a piece.
We love it. The feedback we've gotten over the last 10 years has been, this is a great fair to go to because it's so easy to navigate. It's comfortable, you don't get exhausted, and it doesn't really commodify art. It really highlights and values the artwork that you find on site.
The Canadians are realizing that we do have a lot of talent in Canada and no longer have to go to New York to have that validation. That people are trusting the Canadian market and what's being produced by artists that live and work in Canada.